We are learning now an Air India passenger had apparently urinated on a co-passenger during a flight. Sources have told NDTV that the passenger had consumed alcohol, and Air India has also informed that the incident took place on a Delhi-Bangkok flight. The matter has been reported to the authorities. Big updates now coming in. We are learning this story that we are tracking at this point in time. This is a very shocking incident now that has been reported on an Air India flight. My colleague Vishnu Shom is joining us on the broadcast here. Vishnu, what more details do we have? What has Air India said in this regard?
Well, Air India has issued a statement in just the last little while where they've confirmed the incident, and essentially what they've said is that this incident took place on a flight between Delhi to Bangkok. It took place on the 9th of April, and there was a passenger who urinated on a fellow passenger. Our sources indicating to us that the passenger who did this was apparently under the influence of alcohol or had had a few drinks at the very least. The crew followed all laid down procedures. The matter has been reported to authorities. The passenger who was aggrieved was given the option of raising this issue with authorities in Bangkok upon arriving, but as I understand it, the passenger declined to do so. At the same time, there is a standing independent committee which is being constituted to look into this particular incident, which basically means that they'll be looking at whether to ban this passenger in the future. I should mention that there have been previous instances of this sort of horrific behavior by passengers on several airlines and Air India as well. In 2022, there was a New York to Delhi flight where an inebriated male passenger urinated on a 70-year-old woman in business class. There was an incident in 2022, again a month later, Paris to Delhi, when a drunk male passenger apparently urinated on a vacant seat and blanket of a female passenger. There's been an incident in 2023 in July on a Mumbai to Delhi flight, and now this incident as well. This unruly behavior is unacceptable, and obviously this particular passenger faces the possibility of a ban.
All right, absolutely. Well, not just this incident, but we understand several other incidents have come to light in the recent past. But as you've mentioned, Vishnu, the matter now has been reported to the authorities as per the statement coming in from Air India. But what is the airline now going to do about not just this issue, but yes, similar incidents that have come to light as you've been mentioning in the past as well?
The airline can do very little if a passenger chooses to urinate on another passenger. The conduct of passengers, not just in India, and I need to make this very clear, but around the world is something which is a matter of concern. Obviously, this is illegal anywhere, not just on an airline. If you do this sort of thing, then you get into trouble. In this particular case, the passenger who was aggrieved chose not to proceed with legal action upon arrival in Bangkok. That was a choice which this passenger had. Be that as it may, the airline is now bringing this up. This independent committee will look at banning this passenger. Now, the duration of the ban is something that needs to be looked at. But obviously, it is a very serious incident. It does raise issues once again on passengers consuming alcohol on board flights, but this is something that's done across the world. But this sort of incident tolerated nowhere at all, and hopefully
Absolutely.
This particular passenger faces a great deal of action.
The airline, of course, can take action against the passenger in the sense that they can actually ban him from further flights for a temporary period, or
Well, there are different categories, Kitty. There are different categories which actually apply, there's an independent committee which actually comes together to look at this. They make their recommendations. That goes to the Director General of Civil Aviation, as I understand, and on the basis of this, action is taken. There are different grades of bans. It could be lasting from a couple of flights, a couple of days, to perhaps even a life ban. This will not attract a life ban, as I understand it, but hopefully there will be serious action to clearly send a message that this sort of behavior is unacceptable.